I'm starting. Hi, I'm Lucy, and so this is a presentation of what happened during my first Stackathon, which was not exactly an unqualified success, but you know, it's okay. So for my sort of problem that I had, which I wanted to solve, was I'm really not a morning person. I really hate waking up, and then I move really slowly once I'm awake. So I wanted an app that sort of is like an assistant for the morning. So it has an alarm, and then sort of counts down to when you need to leave the house, so you can schedule your alarm, but also your departure time. And it gives you like reminders about, you know, you have to leave in 20 minutes, you have to leave in 10 minutes, etc. That's not exactly what happened, but that was sort of the idea. So I had a few problems. This is my app. No, but I did have this problem that is like a known bug of React Native, which is every time you add a new node module, it like freaks out and you have to delete your node modules, reinstall them, and then start your app over again. Because apparently what I found out is it tries to look in your root directory for your node modules, which is not where it's supposed to look, but that's basically the solution. Also, another solution is you can run your React app on a different port, and sometimes that solves the problem. So if anyone's having these problems in the future, that's something to think about. So this is sort of like what my very starting app was just like. This is the time, and I was scheduling a time to leave and trying to do a countdown. Then I ran into this problem that I was not anticipating with date math. I guess I never really considered that like dates are different than just numbers in terms of math. You can't just like subtract them from each other because that's just not how it works. So there's the JavaScript native date object, which is great, but it's actually kind of hard to strip just the time out of it because of the way it works. It's like Greenwich Mean Time minus a certain amount of time. So then I tried to use another library called Moment.js, which is cool, has a lot of built-in functionality, but it's really more for dates than it is for times. So I was having the same problem where if I wanted to do date math, I was having to convert into Unix, which is like the number of milliseconds since December 1st, 1970 or something like that. And then you take that and you subtract another amount of minutes since 1970, and then you get another number of milliseconds, which is obviously not very useful, but can be converted back into a number. But I was just having like tons of problems. So what I ended up with is over here is my app. Here we go. So this is Pam. I wanted sort of ideally in my dream world, this is like an app you can talk to. So I was calling it Pam because you'd be like, hey Pam, like when do I have to leave? So here you can see we have no alarm scheduled. You click alarms, you can click to schedule your wake up, and then you can confirm. And then it tells you you've confirmed. And this, I set up a Redux store for this, so this is stored in the store. Then you can confirm when you want to leave. And then you could go back, and you'll see those things stored here. You can also cancel them. And that is all like on the state. That's essentially the functionality that I was able to achieve. I had a lot of trouble using React Native, although I did learn a lot about like using views and Navigator. This is like the number of milliseconds to a hard-coded time when you might want to leave your house. So that's counting down. I've set a timeout, but obviously that's not like super ideal. But I did learn a lot about how to use React, and I feel like I could do it in the future. Sort of, I like was experimenting with accessing your calendars. You can access your phone's calendar events and use that as a way to set alarms, but I just like was not able to get it fully functioning. So yeah, that's what I have.